Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXP and today is the 18th of July 2022. The market looks a lot better than the previous week. And are we on the verge of crossing the $1 trillion mark? We have crossed the $2 trillion mark. In fact, Bitcoin was on the verge of crossing $2 trillion mark at its all-time high. And looks like the way it is going, we just might cross the $1 trillion mark pretty soon. One thing which I have noticed specifically since the last 3 weeks, is that the market seems to be picking up pace over the weekend, and on Tuesdays and Wednesdays is when the market dumps. This is what I've been observing specifically since the last 3 weeks. Prior to that, the first half of 2022, the market used to be slowing down during the weekends. Again, just an observation. In today's episode, we are going to be revisiting a statement by Professor Klaus Schwab, and he's the founder and chief executive chairman of World Economic Forum. In 2020, a little over 2 years ago, he talked about the Great Reset, and we're going to compare what has happened since then. Clearly, things have gotten worse. Crypto market has gone down, the stock market and the tech sector in particular have been doing absolutely horrendous. In today's episode, we'll also share some crucial update by USDC. Also in today's news, we're also going to be discussing a positive news about New York Yankees. They have partnered with NYDIG, that is New York Digital Investment Group. Definitely a bullish news for Bitcoin. Regarding UAE, we have two news. The first one is cryptocurrency exchange OKX has acquired a provisional license, and they've got it by VARA, that is Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. Definitely a great news, and a lot of companies are moving to Dubai. What that means is there is more competition. As a user, it means better services and cheaper fees when buying and selling cryptocurrencies. There is another news, and this is to do with payment systems. Dubai jeweler called Keysel Diamonds are now accepting crypto payments, and they're doing that using Inforex Global. So we're going to be discussing that in today's episode. So welcome everyone, it's 18 here in Dubai, and you're listening to Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse as well. And how the series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well. News that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. This is followed by Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Gulf Standard Time regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. And every Fridays at 8 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, we have an episode called Metaverse Everything, where we solely focus on Metaverse. So please check out those episodes as well. The format for Metaverse Everything podcast is completely different. And what I also do is I daily publish a report on my LinkedIn profile and on the Medium website also. So please follow me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is in the show notes below. Alternatively, you can also go to Medium website and type in blockchain DXP. So let's kickstart today's episode. Today is the 18th of July 2022. The global crypto market is up to $962. Do you think in the next coming days we just might cross the $1 trillion mark? That would give some hopes of being in a bullish market. And since the last 24 hours, the global crypto market is down by 0.39%. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is $58.42 billion. Again, guys, the volume is extremely low. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally gone down by 2.48%. The global crypto market definitely seems to be picking up pace, especially over the weekend. Again, this is an observation which I've observed only since the last 3 weeks or so. The total volume in DeFi is currently at $5.55 billion, and DeFi accounts for 9.49% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. the volume of stablecoins is now at $53.42 billion, extremely low figure, and DeFi accounts for 9.44% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. The king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, is currently at $21,014, and since the last 24 hours it is marginally up by 0.91%. Over a period of 7 days it is down by 0.13%. Ethereum, aka First World Computer, the price is $1,362, and since the last 24 hours it is marginally up by 1.36%, and since the last 7 days it is up by 15.73%. Binance Coin is currently at $250, and since the last 24 hours it is up by 0.36%, and over a period of 7 days it is up by 6.54%. So the cryptocurrency market is definitely showing some signs of improvement. We are still extremely far from being in the bullish market. Now, what is going on in Twitter right now, hashtag the Great Reset, is trending, and this is to do with protests which are taking place in Dutch. So the farmers in Netherlands are protesting against the government. Professor Klaus Schwab in 2020, I believe it was in June of 2020, did actually talk about the Great Reset. What he actually said was that the pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world. As a matter of fact, the theme of the event back then was also about the Great Reset. 2 years after that, inflation, deglobalization, war between Russia and Ukraine, and maybe China and Taiwan will be taking place. So the new world order is definitely in store for us. The first half of 2022 has definitely been one of the worst years for Bitcoin in its history, and I was hoping the second half would be better, but the second half has also started extremely bad too. Crypto winter is definitely here, and we've been talking about this since the last couple of weeks. We've seen the collapse of Terra Luna, which has had an impact on Celsius, which has had an impact on Voyager, which has had an impact on Three Arrows Capital, and also Vault, which has gone completely belly up. Apart from that, even OpenSea is facing signs of crypto winter. Devin Finzer, who is the co-founder and CEO of OpenSea, he took to Twitter and he tweeted that they are letting go 20% of the staff. So NFTs are definitely feeling the heat of crypto winter too. Regarding Celsius, there is an update. Celsius has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. If you go through Celsius's website and read through the blog, they have given clear indication of what their next step is. They've also hired a new law firm called as Kirkland and Ellis, and they're going ahead with Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And Celsius has acknowledged that they are $1.2 billion, a massive hole in the balance sheet. So go through Celsius's blog site, and in that blog site, it also refers to a YouTube video. I would really recommend you guys to go and watch the YouTube video. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds long, where they actually tell what is the next step for Celsius. There might just be some minor hope for Celsius to recoup and get back onto its feet. Will that happen? I don't think so. Also, if you look at the turmoil that the cryptocurrency firms are placing, it's so important to revisit Bitcoin's white paper. When Satoshi Nakamoto wrote the white paper, the very second line of the Bitcoin white paper reads, "The main benefits are lost if a third party is still required to prevent double spending." It's so critical that we truly understand the meaning of double spending. Extremely relevant, especially after a decade ago with central bank digital currencies, which are going to be making an entry in the next coming years. It's so important to truly understand the meaning of double spend, and what Bitcoin did was it solved the double spend problem from its predecessors. Now, central bank digital currencies will actually be able to double spend, and a lot of blockchain protocols that are not distributed or rather are centralized can actually go ahead and double spend. It's so important that we truly understand what Bitcoin is so we understand what Bitcoin is not. And what I've been noticing, especially in the last 3 weeks, is completely different. It's a bit strange that the market picks up pace on the weekend and dumps on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Another trend which I've been observing, especially since the last maybe 6 to 8 weeks, is that the 24-hour trading volume of stablecoins has been on a drastic decline. And stablecoin accounts for over 90% of the 24-hour trading volume. So that is extremely, extremely scary. Regarding stablecoins, we did observe that the 24-hour trading volume of USDC has been increasing, whereas Tether USDT has been going down. And regarding USDC, there is an update. Jeremy Fox-Geen, Chief Financial Officer of Circle, has written an excellent blog. So I would recommend you guys to follow my LinkedIn profile. You would get link to the official blog by Circle. It is called as Providing Greater Transparency. It actually shows a detailed breakdown of the USDC's reserve assets. If you read through the first article, you will see just a one-page document, but if you read through it, it takes you through an Excel spreadsheet which gives a complete and detailed breakdown. Definitely worth downloading it. Then if you were to compare it, let's say with Tether USDT's audit, it is like a zillion times better, and they've provided this filing with the Security Exchange Commission as well. Most likely it could be possible. Maybe in the next coming years, the volume in USDC will be seeing an uptick. And what I've been noticing, even firms in Dubai, they have been switching from USDT to USDC. So from a business point of view, definitely it's a good indication. The next news is a bit of positive news for Bitcoin. So New York Yankees employees will now be able to convert a portion of their paycheck to Bitcoin, and they're going to be doing that with NYDIG platform, that is New York Digital Investment Group platform. Guys, I've been in the cryptocurrency space since 2013. The very first question everyone asks me is, where do I buy Bitcoin or where do I buy cryptocurrency? My very first answer is, you don't necessarily have to buy cryptocurrencies. Instead, you can start accepting as a payment. Then what I tend to tell people is, if you are an employee, you can accept part of your salary in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency. And at a macro level, that is the main use case of using cryptocurrencies. New York Yankees is definitely doing that. And it's probably one of the best news. And in the long run, news such as this will be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and the blockchain cryptocurrency sector. So definitely a great move by accepting part of the salary in cryptocurrencies or in Bitcoin. So let's move on to news about UAE. The first news is cryptocurrency exchange OKX has acquired a provisional virtual assets license, and this has been granted by Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, or called as VARA. So let's try to explore what OK Exchange is. OK Exchange, the website is okx.com, and it used to be called as okex.com, and I tend to follow them on LinkedIn. They do tend to publish at least twice a day. They changed their name from OKEX to OKX on the 18th of Jan this year. OKX was founded in 2017 and they were headquartered in Malta. They are originally from Beijing, China, but currently they still have many research and development staff working in the region, including engineers who continue to work for OKX in the form of third-party outsourcing companies. And OKX Exchange is one of the world's leading cryptocurrency spot and derivative exchanges. OKX innovatively adopted blockchain technology to reshape the financial ecosystem by offering some of the most diverse and sophisticated products, solutions, and trading tools on the market. They do boast of more than 20 million users in over 180 regions globally. I do remember somewhere in October of 2021, in Europe, they were requesting influencers to be part of the program. And I do have a couple of friends in Europe, and I did ask them to be influencers for OK Exchange. If they are moving to Dubai, Dubai has a lot of Instagram influencers, I'm pretty much sure that they would be partnering with some of the top influencers. So if you are an Instagram influencer, keep an eye for their LinkedIn posts. So definitely possibility of some kind of partnership. So there might be some areas where OK Exchange will be partnering with Instagram influencers, particularly in Dubai. OKX Exchange strives to provide an engaging platform that empowers every individual to explore the world of crypto. If you go to the website, they have an exchange as well as a wallet. One thing which I noticed really interesting is that OK Exchange also has their own NFT marketplace. So if you go through OK Exchange website, you can mint your own NFT, and they work on Ethereum. And I tried to play around with it, and around 9 p.m., I think when you try to mint it, it was approximately 98 dirhams just to mint an NFT using the OKX exchange. Probably if you were to do it with Polygon, then the price might be a little bit different. Also on the OK Exchange website, they have a Web3 portal to rule all of them. That is your crypto wallet, your NFT world, and dApp access. Definitely something unique and something new. And they've integrated with Polygon for a quicker and more cost-efficient access to DeFi. And you can also buy crypto with credit cards. Now you can buy Bitcoin and 91 cryptocurrencies with over 91 different types of fiat currencies. But if you try to sell it, the dirham option wasn't available. So if you want to buy using dirham, you can definitely do that. But if you want to sell it, there are only 13 fiat currencies which are currently accepted. But hoping in the next month's time or so, when they actually start, when they officially launch, I'm pretty much sure they're going to be adding the option for dirham. So the news is that OKX plans to expand in UAE after Dubai regulatory approval. The Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority granted OKX a provisional virtual asset license, the company revealed last Thursday. It will allow to offer certain exchange products and services to pre-qualified investors and financial service providers in the Middle East. In the region, OKX plans to recruit more than 100 employees. Lennox Lai, who is the general manager of OKX Dubai, has said Dubai and UAE leadership have embraced blockchain technologies and continue to invest heavily in crypto ecosystem. For OKX, it is a natural partner, jurisdiction and long-term play where we can attract high-quality talent and serve an engaged international crypto audience. So definitely a great move. And there's going to be a lot of competition. So we have Binance, we have Crypto.com, we have Kraken who have got the license in Abu Dhabi, you have BitOasis. All this competition only means one thing: better quality and cheaper products from a customer's point of view. So definitely a very great news for UAE residents. The next news is about Dubai jeweler called Kisel Diamonds, and they are accepting crypto payments, and they're doing that using Info-X Globals. So let me give you a brief overview of what both the firms are. Kisel is the first brand to offer stunning diamond jewelry and upcycled gem jewelry that is pure and innocent. The website for Kisel is kiseldiamonds.com. Kisel diamonds are unique in the sense that they are created in a laboratory and do not come from war zones or terrorist-controlled territories, and they guarantee the production of Kisel diamonds is utterly ethical and innocent. As a matter of fact, if you look at the headlines in Zawiya, which is one of the leading online publication magazines in UAE, it actually says that buy cruelty-free precious jewelry with crypto using the Info-X Global Payment Gateway. So the Dubai jeweler Kisel is now accepting crypto payments using Info-X Global. Now let's look at what Info-X Global is. Info-X Global, the website is infoxglobal.com. That is I for India, N for November, the number 4, X for X-ray, global.com, and they're located in Almas Tower, which is in JLT. If you go to the LinkedIn profile, what it says is that they are enabling secure cryptocurrency payments for businesses and everyday purchases, making cryptocurrency accessible to all. And InfoX Global is a trusted brand for merchants, e-commerce websites, technology companies for the cryptocurrency payment needs, and it is a gateway to build a transparent financial economy that is powered by crypto and accessible by all. And it is a platform that allows global businesses to sell products in their local currency while letting customers pay for their daily expenses using crypto, a payment solution that is convenient for all participants along with being instant and secure. The news, if you look at this particular partnership, it is absolutely brilliant and positive, but Kiesel Diamonds could have taken an alternative route. So the headline is that buy cruelty-free precious jewelry with crypto using InfoX Global Payment Gateway. And what they are going to be doing with this partnership is they will start accepting crypto payments for the jewelry through InfoX Crypto Payment Solutions. Crypto solution, which is provided by InfoX Global, serves as a quick and easy platform to accept crypto payments from the customers. What is important to note is that solution is for both online and offline businesses. For online businesses, they can integrate with InfoX Global's systems with a plugin that supports crypto payments. And for offline businesses, they can receive real-time payments with an invoice. The platform offers a customized dashboard for their clients, and it also helps them to track orders and payments in real time. What Kiesel Diamonds could have done is, rather than using InfoX Global, they could have made the transactions peer-to-peer, simple as that. Kiesel Diamonds is not like a grocery store, or at least I'm not hoping that customers tend to walk in and just buy diamonds, let's say every minute or possibly 100 of customers every hour. I'm hoping that's not the case. If that is the case for Kiesel Diamonds, and if their daily transactions are in thousands, then it makes perfect sense to use InfoX Global. But I'm hoping that that's not the case and the customers are relatively less. In that case, they should have avoided InfoX Global. Instead, have made the transactions peer-to-peer. What that means is, customer walks into the store, they take out their wallet, make the payment to Kiesel Diamonds, the transaction is done and dusted. No central mediary or middle person is involved. And that was the whole idea of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. They could have completely eliminated the need for a middle person, that is InfoX Global. Because Kiesel Diamonds is dealing with diamonds, the price is going to be fixed. So you can actually convert that. You can do it in an Excel spreadsheet or just using a calculator and look at the price and tell them that the price at this point of time would be X number of Bitcoins, X number of Ethereum, or X number of any cryptocurrency that they decide. Give that thing to the customer. If the customer is willing to pay using the wallet, they just show them the public address. The transfer gets done then and there itself. I do understand that InfoX Global is offering them a dashboard, but Kiesel Diamonds can create their own API and they can do it much easier. If they were to do that, that would be the right way of accepting cryptocurrencies. Using InfoX Global for this kind of industry may not have been ideal, but let's say if you're talking about a grocery store where there are a lot of customers who tends to walk in, or if it is an online store where there are numerous orders being placed, let's say every hour or every day, then it does make sense to use InfoX Global. But Kiesel Diamonds, I'm hoping that the number of customers is relatively less, because at the end of the day you're talking about diamonds, but the price amount would be much higher. Also, I'm not sure if they're using stablecoins. If they're using stablecoins, let's say like USDC, again, you could just convert the dirhams or the dollars into the USDT number, give it to the customer, the transfer gets done then and there itself. Yulia Kiesel, the founder and owner of Kiesel Diamonds, has said, crypto and blockchain technology are now everywhere in our lives and have become an inevitable part of it. Even the way people flaunt is now centered around blockchains. Wherever you go, you cannot escape the power of blockchain. She also said that as a business owner, I wish to enable my customers to have more options to payments. I understand people prefer convenience everywhere in life, and this applies to payments as well. Crypto offers security and anonymity while being decentralized, and she believes that it is better to use an online system rather than go through the entire process that takes place for centralized bank transactions, and hence they have decided to accept crypto payments through InfoX Global's payment gateway. Again, the use case at a macro level is great, but in case of Kiesel Diamonds, personally I think they could have taken an alternative route. Also, if you are in the diamond industry sector, they have a thing called as Kimberley certificate. When I started getting involved in Bitcoin back in 2015 and 16, when Ethereum was on the verge of being launched, Kimberley certificate on blockchain was one of the most talked about and oldest use case of blockchain technology. What Kimberley certificate is, it tracks the different stages of the diamond and ensures that there is no blood diamond involved, and that I believe is the main purpose of Kiesel Diamond's move of getting into cryptocurrency sector as well, and that was the whole headlines in Zavia Wars too. So probably they could have focused more on the Kimberley certificate. I think that would have been a great use case for blockchain technology. Now there is a company called Everledger that takes care of Kimberley certificates for diamond. So maybe Everledger may have been a more suitable option for cruelty-free precious jewelry and also sustainability, which Julia Kiesel and Kiesel Diamonds are very seriously focusing on. One thing to note is that when you talk about blockchain technology, the information that goes into the block, which is chained to the next block, is only as good as the input. Even this whole notion of using blockchain technology to go and track everything regarding the diamond may not necessarily be 100% accurate, but let's try to see how this thing tends to play out. That's all for today, guys, from the Crypto and Coffee at 8 from Blockchain DXB. If you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about Metaverse. If you like listening to this, please follow this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next 30 minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by 2 news and information related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of cryptocurrency. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Glenn who asks, do you think it is a good idea to buy NFT? Now Glenn, the way you have phrased this question, my answer to that will be an abrupt no. If you ask me a very general question, do you think it's a good idea to buy NFT? Personally, I would say the answer to that is no. You need to understand what is NFT. That is non-fungible token. And in order to understand what non-fungible token is, you need to understand what fungibility is. The example I tend to give off is, let's say, a bottle of water. The bottle of water is fungible. Let's say if I buy it, let's say for 2 dirham, if I give it to my friend, the value for that is 2 dirham. But if Lionel Messi signs on that bottle of water, now that bottle of water is non-fungible. I'm pretty much sure that gets sold for like thousands, maybe even 1 million dirhams. Using blockchain technology, you can actually tokenize it, and that's when it becomes a non-fungible token. As long as you understand that it gets tokenized, that is what an NFT is. Will you buy a bottle of water if it is being sold by me? That is what your question is. Do you think it's a good idea to buy NFT? I don't think so, but Is it a good idea to buy this bottle of water, which is an NFT signed by Lionel Messi? Then yes, definitely will be a good idea because it has value. So the answer depends on your financial status, Glenn. If you are a multimillionaire, and if it is an artist that you like, and it could be even a sports person, a musician, or someone new that you like, and if you do actually like their work, then yes, it definitely makes sense to go ahead and buy the NFT. I'm not entirely sure regarding the trading aspect of it because the trading aspect depends on the nature of demand and supply. If there are a lot of people on Twitter who keep talking about the trading aspects of NFT, and if you're one of them who gets sucked into it, then maybe yes, it might be a good idea, but again, it is extremely risky. Personally, what I would recommend is depending on what you feel is valuable, then you may want to buy it. Take another example, let's say one of the cricketing idols from India is Sachin Tendulkar. If he releases an NFT of his, let's say, cricket bat, the very first bat that he made his 100 runs, I would definitely buy that NFT. As a matter of fact, the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, has also said that the most valuable possession that he has in the world is the cricketing bat of Sachin Tendulkar. That will it have secondary value? I definitely think so. So if Satya Nadella, who's the CEO of Microsoft, wants to resell that bat, I'm pretty much sure a lot of millionaires and billionaires in India, even from UAE, might even pay in 10 times the price of that actual bat. So, it depends on the value of the NFT. Same thing with Lionel Messi. Let's say the shoes that he used to make his first goal. I'm not sure if that exists or not. In that case, is it worth buying the NFT? And if you look at trading of it in the secondary market, then it does make sense to go ahead and purchase that NFT. What I would recommend, Glenn, is if you are an artist, why don't you start creating your own NFT? As a matter of fact, in today's episode, I talked about OK Exchange. If you go to the website, you can create your own NFT, and it is such a simple process. It gives you an option to upload an NFT or create your NFT, and if you click on create your NFT, you have to upload your article, or you have to upload your image or your sound or video, whatever you have, link it to the Ethereum blockchain, pay a particular price. I think the price was around 98 to 100 dirhams. So, why don't you try to do that? If, let's say, you do not want to even pay the fees, there is Rarible. So you can go to rarible.com. Essentially, the buyer is the one who pays for the minting fees. Glenn, if you are in UAE, the Dubai government did release Emirates stamp as an NFT. These were not free. You had to pay it in dirhams, and some of them was like 3,000 dirham, 4,000 dirham. The good thing what I liked about this particular NFT is that it was limited. Now, if you were to ask me this question, is it a good move to buy these NFTs? I would 100% say yes. Because it is limited in value, there is a very high possibility that in the secondary market, this would be sold for a much higher amount. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes even for 1,000,000 dirhams. The world in Dubai is a bit crazy, and for that NFT, people definitely will be willing to pay a fortune. These NFTs, imagine going into a museum probably 5 to 8 years down the line, I'm pretty much sure is going to have some really strong value that is in the secondary market. Again, if you are in Dubai, the Museum of the Future, one of the world's most iconic building, they are releasing few NFTs as well. And if you go to the Telegram channel, they're actually talking about it. We are just hoping that they have limited NFTs, so that way it creates value. If there is an unlimited amount of NFT, then there is no value in it. In the Metaverse Everything podcast, 2 weeks ago, I also talked about Etihad Airways, how they are releasing an NFT, and the proceeds from the sale of these NFTs will be used to buy sustainable fuel. Now, if you go through my link on, I believe, 2 weeks ago, that link also shows you how you can claim the Etihad Airways NFT for free. Unfortunately, there are only 20 of them that they are going to be giving out free. These NFTs, if you were to buy it, there is a very high chance in the secondary market it will be going for a much higher price. And because it is going to be used for sustainability, which is one of the key driving forces of Dubai and UAE, I definitely think the value will be extremely high. A lot of Emiratis and locals will be willing to buy that NFTs, maybe at even 10x the price of what you might have got it. So to answer your question, it depends on what NFT you're buying, depends on your financial status, then the answer could either be yes or no. That's all for today, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. In case you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Also, guys, please check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com, and please check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about metaverse. And remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. This is followed by the Ask Me Anything series that you're listening to right now, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.